Alright, welcome back. This is Fight 51, which is me in the F-16C versus an Ace AI in the MiG-29 Fulcrum, and the Fulcrum always gives me some problems. In this particular fight, I'm not making excuses, but there are some weird things that go on. A lot of people that are better at dogfighting than me are probably going to laugh at a couple of things you see in this video, I imagine. But a couple things that I did. I adjusted my track IR because I tend to lose targets when they're directly above my canopy. My track IR kind of wigs out when I look up, and so I've adjusted it a little bit, and it made it a little more jumpy. So I'm still trying to get used to it, and I probably need to dial it in a little better. And then I was also just trying some different tactics. So what I've been doing is trying to kind of turn a little bit and just see if I can mess with the AI to make it turn, and then I'll do a lead turn in the other direction kind of thing. It didn't really work here because I lost him. So I heard a little voice like talking to me, trying to guide me to him. So I found him there, and he was going pretty fast, and gonna do an overshoot. So I reversed my turn and pulled pretty hard to get my nose around. I know you're supposed to fight fast in a F-16, but in some cases you can fight slow. Here I probably should have continued my turn. I didn't really think about it at the time. I just saw him overshoot, so I reversed again, and that puts us back neutral, but I probably should have chased him around a bit. So we go into a little bit of a death spiral, and right now I know I'm super slow. I'm not too worried about it, but I'm really using a lot of rudder input and roll to try to get around on him a little bit. The problem is, low energy, and now I've got to build it back because I messed with him enough that he kind of pulled out a little bit and relaxed and gave me some turning room, but I didn't have the energy to take advantage of it. So that's one of the problems. So I built it back up, and then I saw him coming back in. I tried to create a little bit of turning room and then expend a lot of energy to get my nose around again. And we're kind of back in a similar situation. So I can't really climb up to meet him because I've been so low on energy, and I'm low, so that's a problem. But it did eventually get me into a position where I could do that and just trade out what energy I had, and get in close behind him. Now it's a matter of trying to get close enough to shoot and in the position, but staying back there. So it means you got to build up your energy and do some lead pursuit to get in closer, and then just try to stay patient and work on it until you can get a firing solution. I talk about this a lot, and again, I don't know that this is the right way to do it because you're really not supposed to fight slow in these things, but it seems to work against the AI MiG-29 anyway. While I'd probably get killed by any other player that's competent, the AI kind of likes to take it slow anyway. Sometimes they sort of take it that direction. The MiG-29 is just hard to fight, and so I always wind up turning too hard and getting slow. But anyway, you can really use this against the AI. It's just a matter of, you got to get in position then and stay patient. So I keep catching up a little bit, gaining energy in the dive, and then losing it. He's got more energy than me, so he's pulling away. So then in the climb, I have to pull a little harder than I'd like to, which uses a lot of energy. And then I've got to, try to build it up. And then I guess it's in the dive really that I'm pulling lead. But right here you can see I make some really quick adjustments and let him fly through the pipper and put shots on target. So so it's just a matter of staying patient and then making those little adjustments whenever you get close, and it makes it very doable. So I will shut up now, and we'll just watch it in the external view. Use the force, Griffin. Use the force. So there's 8 minutes of your life you'll never get back. No, I hope you enjoyed those kinds of dogfights. I kind of like watching them from both views when I'm the one doing the fighting. Now we have the other winner's bracket fight from this video, which is the Flanker versus the Thunder. There's the merge. They're both going vertical. Messing with my head tracking a little bit there. Looks like the Thunder might be getting its nose around a little bit quicker, but that might be an energy thing. That's sometimes deceiving, because if you roll back over without enough energy to really pursue, then you got to build it back up. He's going to try another half loop, it looks like, as the Flanker continues the loop. Okay, yeah, the Thunder's going to nose over. That's probably smart, I think. So the Thunder should have a little advantage here. I think either one of them could gain an advantage from this. It's not like a super one-sided fight yet. Now, I've never pitted these against each other before. I have dog fought. I've set up a dogfight between the F-16 and the Flanker, and the F-16 and the Thunder a number of times, and the Thunder and the F-16 are closer matched. In guns only, either one of them has a bit of an advantage on the Flanker, and it looks like that's happening here. The Thunder is eking out a little bit of an advantage as we go more and more. I think that this advantage would be even greater, though. That's actually not too bad. If the AI would roll a little bit sooner and anticipate what's happening a little bit better, I think that these fights would be a lot shorter. Okay, see, we just jumped like 7 minutes ahead. The Thunder was in position the entire time, but then just wouldn't take the shot and kind of got messed up. So now it's a little more neutral. The Thunder's fighting back, it looks like, a little bit here, getting back into an offensive position. But this fight's gone on a very long time. The Thunder's had numerous opportunities to take the shot, but just never has done it. It's a little bit disappointing. Like right here, that's it could get in, it could make that shot happen right now. Oh, and there it is, finally. Finally. Okay, so the Flanker's going to move down to the loser's bracket, and it looks like I will have to fight the JF-17. Okay, so now this is a loser's bracket fight, 53, I'm sorry. Mirage versus F5. And this should be an interesting fight. There's the merge. These are both extremely capable fighters, decent turning platforms. They're both going vertical here. One thing I've noticed, and I may have said this before, I don't remember if I've said it before or not, but the Mirage always seems to just kind of like hang in the air like it's doing right now. And then all of a sudden it'll turn. Oh, we got a little flight model issue there. It looks like it stalled out though, and if the F5 had been paying attention, I think he could have made something happen. But as it turns out, the Mirage is in a little bit better position here. Although I believe the F5 has decent energy. Can kind of create some space there, I think. It is interesting sometimes how, you might stall out, but then that can actually help sometimes if the opponent isn't ready to take advantage of it, depending on the situation. I certainly don't recommend going and stalling out at random times, but... Okay, so we are well into this fight. This has been going on for like 12 minutes now. 12 and a half minutes. And it's still fairly neutral. I really wish that they would line up and take a shot. It's a pretty even match, so this could be a really interesting fight, but it's just that nobody will pull the trigger. The Mirage is going to... Ooh, I thought he was going to flight path overshoot there. I guess he did. It's just not as apparent because they got separation. But for all intents and purposes, the Mirage has a little bit of an advantage here, but they're... Oh, never mind. He's out of fuel. So many fights end up this way, where they just turn and turn and turn and nobody shoots and they run out of fuel. At least in this case, it was a fairly even match, and neither aircraft ever really had a perfect opportunity on the other. So it's kind of a shame. The Mirage is a good jet, but it's out of the tournament now. So we know this fight's going to be short. Losers bracket fight 54, ranked number 1, KA-50, versus the MiG-19. I highly suspect this MiG-19 is about to die. Everybody's been climbing against the KA-50, and it's weird that the AI just started climbing after I tried that tactic. It's been at every fight against the KA-50. The opposition climbs not enough. They never climb enough. You've got to get well above this thing, because it just basically pitches up and kills stuff like that. So no respect for the MiG-19. It's leaving the tournament, and the KA-50's moving on. And that wraps it up for this video. We're getting towards the end of the bracket, so we've just got a few fights left. I don't know how I'll format the rest of the videos, but we're coming down to the end of it, and there's really MiG-29, KA-50, F-5, Su-27, the JF-17, and the F-16 are all that's left. So we'll see how it plays out. As always, thanks for watching.